Hi, welcome back to Clearwater Chronicles. Today I'm going to talk to you about this NiHoo solar skimmer. I think that's how you pronounce it. So this is not a sponsored video. It's NiHoo. But in any case, this is just me sharing what I found, what I liked about it, what I thought was probably just okay, and who it's really made for. Now, this model is rechargeable and solar powered, so you don't have to really rely on the charge or the sun, but it's kind of nice to have the mix because the solar sort of keeps that charge topped off. I charged it the first night I had it all the way just to be safe, put it in the pool, and I haven't had to charge it since. And we've even had an overcast day where it completely was okay. It ran the entire time. I guess it probably ran off of the battery charge then. My pool is actually pretty much full sun. The whole pool gets sun at some part of the day, and there's a good part of the day where the entire pool is under the sun completely. So runtime has not been an issue at all. It ran all day, even on the overcast day. Now, in terms of performance, it does a really good job skimming the water surface. I haven't had to touch the manual net skimmer since I got it. That's, of course, why we got it. Now, we have a lot of plant material around our pool. You can see the flowers at the edge of the pool. Those white crepe myrtles back there, the flowers come off those all the time. I've got a lot of other trees around here that just shed leaves a lot. So we get a lot of plant material, and usually I had to manually skim my pool a lot. And I haven't had to do that one time since I put this skimmer in. And now it just kind of stays in and runs all the time. It's super quiet. You can't hear it at all. It's really smooth. And it picks up all the usual surface junk, your leaves, bugs, debris. Every time the wind blows, we have a ton of debris in our pool. And it is quite windy here. If you've watched my other videos, you probably already know that. Today's a pretty calm day, but it's not usually like this. It has AI sensors on the front of it that kind of keep it from just randomly crashing into walls. It also has some wheels on it that do protect it just in case it does touch the wall surface. But honestly, if you see it right here, it's just turning itself when it gets to the wall and then hugging the surface of the wall. So it does clean right up to the edge of the wall of the pool. You've got really a few control options. You can always just put it in the pool and let it do its thing. And that is honestly what I do probably about 95% of the time. But it also has an app that you can control from your cell phone. And it comes with a remote control. The remote control and the app are fun to play with, especially the remote control. I love using the remote control. But the remote control does have a limited range. So if you're not at the edge of your pool, it may disconnect. You may get kind of a charge out of using a remote control because you can kind of drive it at stuff. And it's kind of fun to do. But I don't know that it's really necessary because you can just set the unit in the pool and it will run all the time pretty much. And if you ever have any question about does it get to the very edge of the pool, it does. It always goes to the edge and kind of goes around. So there's never any problem with it not getting to any areas at all. Obstacle avoidance is probably the largest standout feature of this unit. It doesn't get stuck in corners and it doesn't really slam into walls like some of the cheaper models do. Even though it avoids slamming into the walls with the obstacle avoidance because it has those detectors up front, it doesn't mean it doesn't get close to the edge and skim the edge as well. It very much does. It just doesn't slam into the wall. There's a roller in the front that kind of gets the debris to go into the basket. That roller in the front continuously moves, and that's why you see it kind of going to the wall, facing the wall, and staying there for a while. Now, I do think it's only fair to point out you're never going to get the suction power out of a skimmer that you would out of a vacuum. They're just not designed the same way. That being said, this does an awesome job of keeping the water surface totally clean. It even parks itself on the side of the pool when it's done. But to be fair, every time I've come outside since I put it in the pool, it's been running. So I really haven't seen that happen yet. For example, right now it looks like it's parked on the side, but it's really not staying there for long because it's really just skimming that part of the pool. And once it's done, it'll move off of there and go somewhere else. Maintenance with this is just real easy. You just pull out the basket and empty it out. You can see there's a little bit of debris in there. I've been doing some work, so not quite as much as normal. This is what does the job. This roller just keeps it moving and sucks stuff in there. So judging on what I've seen, I don't see any real negatives to this. It's got good obstacle avoidance. The The bin is really nice and large. It's picked up pretty much everything in my pool that's been on top of the water surface. Performance-wise, it's way better than the cheaper ones I've used. It works about just like any of the other really good ones I've used. So from a value and a performance standpoint, I think this offers a lot. It's not for everybody. If your pool is in the shade most of the day, you may have to recharge this more often than I will ever have to recharge it. The only other thing I can say is the speed. It's just like every other pool skimmer. This is sport mode, so this is as fast as it goes right here. It's not going to get any faster than that, but that's pretty much true of all these skimmers. None of them are very fast. If you're someone that's looking for a low maintenance, easy way to skim your pool, then something like this is going to be just a great item to have. So my final thoughts on this product are that I'm never taking it out of my pool. As long as I own my pool and this thing still works, it's going to stay in here. The only time it's going to come out of my pool is for me to clean that basket, and then I'm going to put it right back in. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a great addition to anybody's pool care routine. You can see by the surface that it's done a great job. It's been in there for a week, so I have cleaned the basket a couple times. So far, so good. If anything changes, I'll update that in the comments below. And if you have any questions, put those in the comments below. If you like this kind of content, pool maintenance tips, pool product reviews, then hit the subscribe button. I'll put a link below to the product. If you use that, it's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more, but it does help support the channel, and I really appreciate it if you do that. Thanks for watching Clearwater Chronicles, and I'll see you in the next one.